without advance. Enjoying the show? Show your support for the live stream and the people making the show. Buy a super chat or super sticker on YouTube directly. Select your donation and type your message to the world. And share. All donations go into directly funding new shows. Buy a super sticker or super chat now. Thank you.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams.
Welcome back. We're in the first half of the women's division group stages here in Kaunas, Lithuania. Myself alongside Christina Obermeyer. I'm Hannah Pendlebury, and in front of us we have Lithuania in green versus Denmark in white. At the moment, Lithuania have a hold on the lead, 7-4, after a very slow start, giving the disc away to the Danes a number of times. But a collision in the center of the field is going to bring us back to a moment of pause. You see that on the floor just being helped up, Anna Nissen, who's had a fantastic tournament so far. Hopefully nothing too sore there. She already has the knee band on.
Yeah, but she can walk off on her own, which is always a really good sign.
Oh yes.
She's not gonna take care of her body indoors.
It's very important to take care of one's body.
Of course.
You see lots of ultimate players that just try and soldier on because they must continue playing. And it's like, no, don't play through an injury. Take your time off.
the hardest thing to do.
Beautiful footwork at the back of the end zone, ruled in by the defense. Rute Gedvelaite with the grab for Lithuania. They bring themselves within one of taking half in dominant style.
What an impeccable foot drag there.
You could see the way she was setting herself up on this.
There's a replay, and now
that little shuffle at the back, just sort of very cognizant of where the line was, not trying to take too many steps and just stamping that back foot.
And then also taking the left foot, keeping the left foot down.
Oh yeah.
Because you will always, you know, have the momentum. Jumping with the right hand, so the left foot is the one that comes down first. Very well.
We love to see it. Over the top go the Danes. A bit of an aerial display. Knifey, bladey swing, but nice and smooth with the release. Bouncing back, Horvang playing that anchor role that she has all tournament so far, but that's going to be a little bit too much of a fluster.
4 people in not a lot of space for Denmark there, and the miscommunication gives
Just
a disc
crowding.
to Lithuania.
And it doesn't give you the opportunity to just loz it deep if it gets to stall 7, which is always exciting.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Nice shot over the top, an easy one from Jadrunle Machinska even. We get there. But a lovely find. And another goal. That is half taken by Lithuania. I'm not sure they're aware we're at half-time, because they now seem to be getting ready to play straight on without taking the pause for half. Someone might tell them, possibly, or maybe it's too late. It seems that the officials, that was not a timeout earlier. They called a timed half. Rogue things have happened. We do not understand them, but it's fine. The Danes trying to keep themselves in this match. A lovely bit of footwork at the back of the end zone. Tell you what, Helle Horvang is everything to Denmark right now.
I'm not surprised. Helle has been playing on so many teams,
Oh yeah.
and for such a long time. I do think she's about my age, maybe a year or 2 older, so in her early 20s. And
It's not fair. It's not fair.
she has been, she was at World Championships in 2016, playing with the Danish team, so. She has so much experience under her belt already.
Well, Lithuania coming out on offense for the first time in a little while after a 3-point unanswered streak. A scuba over the top into the space. It sits and hangs, but Bassus with a huge read.
What a way to execute that catch.
And a timeout call by the Danes, it seems. At least that's what I heard.
Yeah, we're in a timeout now.
So we're going to take a brief pause along with the athletes, but soon after this. Second half of women's group stages. We have delectable action in front of you. Lithuania leading the charge at double the score of their opponents, 10-5 over the Danes. And after a brief moment of pause with the timeout, we're going to get a bit of an extended discussion potentially here.
It's a travel call. So we saw this sneaky hammer over the top for a reset, which I love because why not? It's indoors.
Joe Cole, why not? So this Pool A, one of the two pools here in this women's division, 8 teams strong. We have just under 12 minutes left of regulation time. With the current scoreline difference, you finish the point. Because you can't be within 3 of your opponents, it goes dead. But if the score is within 3, you play to +1 cap rules. Horvang completely available as we see a Lithuanian zone.
Yeah, looks like they don't care about the third handler. And Denmark is using that very well.
Well, with the advantage you have being 5 points up and being able to play a zone like that that baits and then blocks. Great stuff from Gudvelaite. But you can really afford to play zone defense when you're 5 points up because it is a slower style. You're definitely going to slow your opponents down. Make them think about things. Oh, that's a beautiful shot into the space. Gudvelaite unable to get up with the bookends though.
Yeah, what a big D out of Helle Trindrup.
Yeah, saw that that was coming.
But
ran
then
away from the mark that she had, and
but then turning your body around and not losing the disc in flight is a skill you have to train. It's like not something that comes naturally to most people.
oh, just a trust ball into the space and a huge pressure. Great second effort from Helle Horvang, throwing herself onto the wooden floor below. But pops up like it ain't no thing. That's the feel of an early 20s player.
Yeah,
I certainly can't do that anymore.
Oh, you could, I'm sure. No problem.
Not with the same. Not with the same smile on my face.
Every day.
I'm a bit too old for that fall on the floor and then get back up straight away is business. But thank you for the compliment all the same, Christina. Foul call. Far side of the pitch. It was a close option.
Accepted immediately.
So players just returned to where they were when the contact occurred, more or less.
Petros Kaite will get the disc just in front of the end zone.
Dishes back, pops it straight away. Donata Basas dominating once more. And Lithuania will extend their lead ever further. I think we're still going to see this one go to full regulation time, Christina.
Yeah, I would agree. About 8 minutes left on the clock. And I believe we have a cap 1 if the score is within 3 points.
Yes, so you have to be within 3 of your opponents to continue. You finish the point when the Husa goes off, rather than just the possession, which is sometimes the case at tournaments. You finish the point off, and if the score between the 2 opponents is within 3 or less, then you will play to +1 on the highest score. That will be the maximum score cap. And if you are over 3 ahead of your opponents, that is it. You get to finish that game and off you go. If you can't reach 17 points before then. Lovely over the top, reaching into that space in that pocket. Horvang completely available right in front, but chooses the ambitious hammer swing, which I have to say I quite like. Pops it in front. Now dishes back with that hammer again. Be nice to see the ham just clash through like that. Just shy of the goal. Could have had an easy pop there. Hammer's over. Doesn't like it. Dishes a couple times. Horvang to Horvang. The sisters working at the back. And then just jinks through. Oh, the hesitation is there. The pass eating up a couple of inches. Back to the two sisters. This is great zone defense from Lithuania, continuing to run down the clock with their huge advantage.
Yeah, zone defense might not be the most efficient indoors, except for when it comes to the end zone, because then you can clam down the whole space with just 3 people and wait for your opponents to make a mistake, as we saw here. A tiny miscommunication that'll give Lithuania the defense, and the 3 people in the back don't actually have to move as much, because they take up the exact amount they need of space by just standing in the right position. And we've seen Lithuania position themselves exceptionally well. And
oh my goodness! Look at that! That catch was just insane.
That was pretty impressive.
I tell you what.
Full extension.
The first game, we didn't really see much from Ida Mikovichuta. But whenever she got on the pitch, she did huge things like that.
Amazing.
I honestly didn't think that was going to be a goal. Woof.
Wow. That composure in the air, full extension. It's really impressive. See that zone.
And off the back of a lovely pull as well, pinning them right into Callahan County.
They've done that again and again during that game. I bet they've been training that for a bit.
It's a really important part of indoors. An out of bounds pull isn't as bad as outdoors, as we see just a bit of an underthrown flick there.
Yeah, I think she caught it with her hand a little bit, which took off enough spin of that disc.
Shalaita getting us underway. Big hammer over the top for another Lithuanian score. 13-5.
They figured out their spacing. Now Lithuania, we saw them use the width of the field so well in the last few points.
So our little gizmo, we try and help ourselves out with and tracking the shape of these games and like the score line as it happens. Now after that first defensive break, so the 2-0 advantage that the Danes had at the beginning of this game, Lithuania on the left side of our screen, Denmark on the right, just as it is in front of us on the pitch right now. There's so much green in the second half of this game for Lithuania. It's just been break central. We haven't had a Danish score since the opening point of this second, well, what we thought was second half. But it turns out there's actually a timed half, apparently. Opportunity there to make the block, but great attack from Denmark. See the apology there for Bastos. She's lost her footing a little bit. Trying to apply that mark. Ambitious shots over the top, but I like the intensity and the confidence of the Danes.
They now figured out the right mixture of small passes and big gainers, and using the open receivers far better than they did before.
I think we all took a bit of a collective intake of breath as that happened. That little attempt at the poach off from Kundelita.
She came in from the back.
Which is a fine play to make if you know you can get there with acres of time, but when it's a really tight window like that and you're going towards a front corner, as well as the concrete wall behind, there isn't that much breathing room between the blue tram lines marking out the edge of the pitches and the walls all around on this venue.
The problem is additionally that the player running towards that cone from the other direction has no idea you're coming. So,
as I say, if you know you can get there with an acre of room, by all means make that
Do it.
play. If you can get there at least a second before, go for it. If you think you're going to hit that space anywhere near the same time as that player, it's just
don't do it.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I've been taken out by poach blocks.
Oh,
That's,
yeah, me
that's
too.
how I got one of my worst concussions I've ever had. Fun fact.
No, not nice, but
Good
good fun fact.
I found out I had a concussion afterwards. I took a big block. Someone poached off in a mixed game off the front of the stack and took most of my eyelashes with him.
Oh no!
Fun fact, because it went straight in my.
That is a better fun fact.
So I was eyelashless on one eye for a while.
Oh my god!
But the real thing I knew is I tried to cut open, and this is why you don't mess around with concussions, kids. Like, do give yourselves the time to, and it's, you know, look after yourself, very important. I was trying to cut open a panini with a bread knife, and I accidentally sliced it up, bit my finger off, and I very nearly passed out. So I'm sorry if you're squeamish. Apologies for that, but that's it. Yeah, don't mess with concussions. Make sure you're recovered before you come back to play. Look after each other. Always try and make clean bids, but of course everyone does try and make clean bids. It's just indoors you have a little bit less room to make mistakes because it's a little bit less room for everything. Nice pass out into space. Good for Leiter. Again, seeing the later stages, teams sagging off these resets. Oh, had all the position in the world, but Resnik Leiter just a straight up swing and a miss.
A big scuba. I love to see those.
Oh yeah.
About a miscommunication. Listen back on the field. Well, I believe that's time is over. That's the time is over sound.
So it's just finishing off this point. Oh, and what a way to finish. A little bit of display of excellence from the Danish side. At the end of the day, it was too much. The Lithuanians just had a little bit more connection, fluidity, and just ran away. But great effort from the team in white.
Yeah, tremendous effort. They did so well in using their space and adapt to whatever the Lithuanians threw at them. It was just a little too late.
Yeah, and we're hopefully, I think it was Gonga that took that big hit late stages. So hopefully she'll be fine and able to return to the rest of these games later on in this tournament, but that will wrap it up for that game. Stay tuned though. Of course, we're going to flip straight into the next pool. It's going to be Sweden versus Great Britain from Women's Pool B here in GARLIAVA, Lithuania. It's been a pleasure to have you for this game, but stay tuned. We'll bring you more action on the other side.
ulti.TV.